Nia Jax wasn't on Monday Night Raw again, and people are devastated. Absolutely crushed by the circumstances. People miss Nia Jax. Come on, people, let's do it with me. We want Nia to stay at home and prepare for a return. We want you healthy. We want you good in the ring, but we don't have high expectations. We want a Nia Jax return. Not to a wrestling ring, but somewhere. But people, don't be sad. Come on. I mean, it's gonna be alright.
I'll let myself out.
As you can see, people, we got a new setup. It's a temporary setup, it's just paper, but I think it looks alright. Yes? These two are mine. Yeah. Yeah. Let's be honest, the only thing it needs is the Divas Championship right here. And one day, that is a promise, you will see Divas Championship proud. I left it at Brock Lesnar's farm. Sometimes me and Brock, we just get wild, you know? Who can get the most milk out of a cow in a certain time? All that sorts of stuff, you know? But I'll get it back soon. So what about Monday Night Raw? Well, people, I gotta be honest, it's rare that I don't have an intro planned or anything like that. That was all impro. Because this Monday Night Raw felt very unimportant to me. It's like a lot of stuff happened, but none of it mattered, so I feel like I've wasted a lot of time. We got basically Sasha Banks and Bayley cutting the same promo, closing the show again. I know they're good, people love them, but for me it's like, for how long am I gonna watch the same crap, you know? Like, I can't talk about it again and again and again and again. And I just miss Nia, man. Nia was not on Monday Night Raw. At least that's bad. Okay, people, so the show kicked off with the VIP Lounge again, featuring MVP and his guest Dolph Ziggler. Is it me or WWE are treating MVP as a bigger deal than he actually was back in the day? Am I the only one who's so tired of MVP? Like, come on, dude. He's good. He's a good promo. But so much of MVP, man. So much of MVP. And it's kinda interesting how Apollo Crews doesn't give a single crap about the fact that he's carrying a new United States Championship, claiming he's a champion already. What kind of champion wrestler Apollo Crews is in kayfabe? Come on, that's just absolutely stupid. Anyway, so he was talking with Dolph Ziggler. Both of them have very mutual respect for each other, you know, complimenting each other. And Dolph Ziggler wants to give us a new WWE Championship, the one that spins maybe. Yeah, I think you could figure something better. He says it's a great idea not to reveal the stipulation. Great plan, Ziggler. Ziggler is complaining that Drew McIntyre never thanked him because Dolph Ziggler is the reason why Drew McIntyre is the WWE Champion. But MVP said, thank you, Dolph Ziggler. So, man, the bromance is real in this one. And it was actually kind of funny. I actually like that segment. Obviously, Drew McIntyre interrupts. And you kinda know how it's gonna end. Punch, watch out, Drew stands tall. Yeah, it was alright. And probably the highlight of the show, I guess. I'm wondering what kind of stipulation we are going to get. I expect something big, but it's most likely going to be, Drew, you will not be able to use your finisher, no Claymore, so it's not gonna be Claymore country. That's gonna be it, basically. My stipulation would be, if I can choose anything, Drew, you can't move. At all. If you move your finger, you lose, you son of a bitch. We got the Viking Raiders versus Angel Garza and Andrade. So the story right here is that the Viking Raiders are the most dominant tag team in WWE right now. Angel Garza and Andrade can't really work together, but they're trying. So that was a pretty okay-ish match, not something I'm pretty sure most people cared about, but Angel Garza ended up winning the match. And it seems like everything's okay. The team is back in the business. I didn't really think about it, but during last week's episode, we got this cool look view of Randy Orton, Angel Garza, and Andrade. People pointed out that it looks like Legacy, New Legacy would be pretty okay. I didn't really think about it, but yeah, I would be down for it. But I believe Randy Orton being with Ric Flair is also pretty cool. Girl drama. This is gonna be a handicap match. No, it's not. So yeah, that turned into the Iconics versus Ruby Riott and Bianca Belair. Where was Bianca Belair? I'm not quite sure, but she debuted with the Street Profits, and we haven't seen her since. Anyway, this was a tag team match, pretty okay, in which Ruby Riott and Bianca Belair won. So that was it. It's shocking to me how Ricochet has this documentary on the WWE network. You know, oh, he won the United States Championship. But dude is basically a jobber right now because during this segment we got R-Truth, Akira Tozawa with the ninjas, and we got some backup from Cedric Alexander and Ricochet. And this is like, does that look like a push? Does that people look like a push? I don't think so. This turned into a WWE 24/7 title match, Akira Tozawa versus R-Truth. R-Truth is gonna have another match later tonight against Randy Orton, but that's not a big deal. By the way, the segment was actually kind of funny, you know. R-Truth thought he's gonna face Ric Flair. He didn't understand that he challenged R-Truth on behalf of Randy Orton. So that was okay. But we got this, basically, we got a bunch of ninjas. What is he gonna do? We got Shayna Baszler in a very random moment, but that was actually pretty fine. She destroyed all the ninjas. R-Truth was like, okay, I'ma head out. And she basically sent a message to the Divas locker room. Come on. I want the Divas back, man. I want the Divas back. Because then I would be a Divas champion. Is it selfish? I don't think so. More like brave. And does that make me brave if I want Divas back as a Divas champion? Yes, it does. So I'm not accepting any criticism. Divas era was the best era. Me and Nikki battling it out. Dude, the good old times. Seth Rollins is talking about the eye for an eye match, and he thought Rey Mysterio didn't mean that literally, you know, eye for an eye is basically, well, that means revenge, I think. But now he realizes Rey Mysterio really wants his eye, and it seems like Seth Rollins is not very happy about that, pretty scared. We got Kevin Owens interrupting, and he made a few jokes, you know, giving him the Pirates eye patch. Rollins calls Murphy, we got a brawl, and this turned into Aleister Black versus Murphy. Pretty cool match, these two always have great chemistry, but it ended in disqualification when we got Rollins interrupting. So this turned into Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, a match that was actually announced a few days ago. It's a WrestleMania 36 rematch, and even though it was a great match at WrestleMania, I really didn't like that story that much. Anyway, a pretty long match. We got Seth Rollins trying to get Kevin Owens' eye out, but that didn't happen. We got a stunner. 1, 2, 3, Kevin Owens takes the W.
You're going to a match with both of your eyes? And leaving with one.
And that was basically it. I've heard they're gonna do something with CGI, it's gonna be cinematic, I think, so I'm kinda excited, the horror show, and that's the reason. It's interesting, if Rey Mysterio is gonna lose, well, is that it? Is he gonna leave the WWE? Because I've heard he didn't sign a new contract, so maybe that's the way WWE are going to ride him off. Or maybe it's gonna be Seth Rollins who's gonna lose, and he's gonna wear an eye patch, but then for how long is he actually gonna wear that? So it's kind of stupid in my opinion. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. We got the Big Show talking with Ric Flair, and Ric Flair says, you're the best giant in the business, but you need to leave. You're making enough money with Netflix. Randy Orton cut one hell of a promo. He basically announced that yes, the Legend Killer is back, and I'm very happy about that. We got R-Truth versus Randy Orton. And Ric Flair didn't want Randy Orton to injure R-Truth, but anyway, R-Truth distracted Orton, he attacked him, but the match ended in like 20 seconds. We got an RKO, 1, 2, 3, Randy Orton takes the W. After the match, he wanted to punt kick R-Truth, but we got the Big Show. Orton laughs and says he wasn't even going to punt kick Truth. And Randy Orton proposes an unsanctioned match. So next week we are going to get Randy Orton versus the Big Show. I thought they were gonna save it for the pay-per-view. Probably still gonna save it for the pay-per-view, but, well, no. That was the go-home show, I think, so why not on the pay-per-view? Come on. We got Dolph Ziggler attacking Drew McIntyre, not a good idea. Ricochet versus Bobby Lashley was next. That was pretty alright. Like I've said, Ricochet he has a documentary. He has a documentary. But, oh boy, doesn't seem like he's one of the people who should get a documentary. Anyway, he lost the match, obviously, and after the match, we got a brawl. Basically, Bobby and MVP attacking Cedric and Ricochet, so that was basically it. And in the main event, we got Sasha Banks and Bayley versus the Kabuki Warriors. Before the match, we got a promo, the same promo, and we even had to watch the same footage, the video package. I get, they're heels, and that makes sense, so yeah, maybe I'm overreacting. So we got the WWE Women's Tag Team Titles match. And it was alright, it was pretty okay, pretty long match, but of course Sasha Banks and Bayley retained, and that was basically it, so I think the ending was actually pretty boring. It's like, all of it doesn't sound very bad, but something I've already seen many times before, and looks like a filler show, in my opinion at least, you know. So, I don't know, it's tough to watch WWE right now. Like, you know, I made a video talking about how I don't feel like it's the same and I miss the crowd, and I don't know, it's not the same. And I really hope that in at least after 5 months, everything is gonna be fine, we're gonna have a crowd. But I don't really think that's gonna happen. Hopefully in January? I don't know, we'll see. Thank you for watching the video, the great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.